You know they hurt you. You remember the lies, the disappointment, the nights you cried, the promises they made and didn't keep. You remember how many times you told yourself, "I'm done." And yet, there are still moments when you miss them. Sometimes you miss them so much that you start questioning everything. You start wondering, if they hurt me so badly, why do I still want them? Why do I still think about them? Why does part of me still hope they'll call? And by the end of this video, I want you to understand why. One of the hardest things to understand after a painful relationship is that sometimes you're not only grieving the person, you're grieving the person you hoped they would become. You're grieving the future you imagined with them, the apology you hoped would come, the change you kept waiting for, the relationship you thought you could have if they would just finally understand how much they were hurting you. You may be grieving potential, and potential can be incredibly difficult to let go of because potential lives in the imagination. And that is hard. But healing asks a different question. You cannot build a peaceful relationship with someone's potential. You have to look at the pattern. When you're lonely, your mind may not replay the worst moments first. It may replay the laughter, the late-night conversations, the trips, the affection, the inside jokes, the moments when you felt chosen. That's normal. A relationship doesn't have to be completely terrible for it to be unhealthy for you. You can have beautiful memories with someone who was still not good for your emotional well-being. Both things can be true. You can remember something beautiful and still decide not to return to something that repeatedly hurt you. Another reason you may struggle to let go is inconsistency. Sometimes they were loving, then distant, affectionate, then cold, available, then unavailable. They pulled you close, and then pushed you away. When affection becomes unpredictable, you can start waiting for the next good moment. The relief you feel when the affection returns can make the connection feel incredibly intense. You're not necessarily craving pain. You may be craving the relief that used to come after the pain. And that distinction matters. In some unhealthy relationships, cycles of hurt, reconciliation, affection, promises, and renewed hurt can create an extremely difficult attachment to break. This is often described as a trauma bond. Not every difficult relationship is a trauma bond. But if you repeatedly experienced pain, separation, intense reconciliation, promises of change, and then the same harmful pattern again, it's worth learning about. This can help explain something that confuses many women. And peace may initially feel unfamiliar when you've spent a long time living in emotional uncertainty. If you're listening to this and wondering whether some of these patterns describe your relationship, I created something for you. My free guide, 10 Signs. Your Trauma Bonded can help you begin identifying patterns you may not have recognized before. I'll leave the link in the description below. You don't have to figure everything out today. Awareness is simply the first step. Sometimes you're grieving a future that never happened. The home you imagined, the holidays, the trips, growing older together, the version of them you thought would eventually show up, the version of yourself you thought you'd become beside them. Losing an imagined future can hurt almost as much as losing something that actually happened. But the end of that imagined future does not mean the end of your future. Ask yourself gently, do I miss this person? Or do I miss feeling chosen by this person? Do I miss the relationship? Or do I miss the temporary relief I felt when they finally gave me attention? Do I want them back? Or do I want proof that I was worth staying for? You do not need someone who hurt you to come back and finally recognize your value in order for your value to be real. Human beings naturally gravitate toward what feels familiar. And after spending months or years emotionally connected to someone, their presence can become part of your normal. Their texts were normal. Their voice was normal. Their presence was normal. Even the conflict may have become normal. So when you finally step away, peace can initially feel strange. Quiet can feel empty before it starts feeling peaceful. Give yourself time to learn a new normal. This may be the most important thing I tell you today. You are allowed to miss someone without contacting them. You are allowed to love someone and recognize that being with them isn't healthy for you. You are allowed to remember the good without returning to the bad. You are allowed to grieve without reopening the door. A feeling is not always an instruction. First, don't panic. Missing them doesn't mean you failed at healing. Ask yourself, what exactly am I missing right now? The person, companionship, attention, physical affection, familiarity, the dream, or simply not wanting to feel alone? Don't only remember the highlight reel. Remember the pattern. If you want to text or call, give yourself time. Journal, pray, take a walk, call someone safe. Let the wave pass before making a decision. Create new routines where the relationship used to live. Your healing cannot only be about getting over them. Eventually, it has to become about rediscovering you. If faith is part of your healing, there may come a moment when your prayer changes. Instead of driving yourself crazy, you begin praying. You don't have to stop caring overnight. You don't have to erase every memory. You don't have to pretend it never mattered. You simply begin choosing healing one decision at a time. So if you're watching this because you missed them today, hear me. You're not back at the beginning. You're human. You formed an attachment. You had hopes. You had memories. You had dreams. And now you're grieving. But grief does not mean you made the wrong decision. You can miss them and keep walking. You can remember them and keep healing. You can love what was good and still refuse what was harmful. You can grieve the relationship and still choose your future. One day you may realize you haven't checked their page. Then you may realize you went an entire day without wondering what they're doing. Then another, and another, and eventually, the peace that once felt empty starts feeling like freedom. You're not healing because you stopped remembering them. You're healing because remembering them no longer controls what you do next. And that is progress. I want to ask you something. What do you miss most? The person, the companionship, the good memories, or the future you imagined? Tell me in the comments if you feel comfortable. And if no contact has been harder than you expected, watch my next video. Trauma bond withdrawal. Why no contact feels so painful? Because once you understand what's happening, you can stop interpreting the pain of separation as proof that you should go back.